Welcome to Card Market Catalyst, your go-to source for everything related to football card investing. Whether you're tracking the latest market trends or looking for the next big prospect, we've got you covered. If you enjoy the insights, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the show, and follow us for all our future episodes. Let's dive straight into the market.
Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. I am so thrilled you're here. If you're trying to figure out that crazy intersection between sports and alternative investments, well, you've hit the jackpot today. We are looking at the FIFA World Cup 2026, and specifically, we're diving deep into Group L. But we aren't just looking at this from a pure footballing perspective. We're looking at it through the lens of the sports trading card market, analyzing the top 15 players right alongside the bookmaker odds. And look, the absolute most important rule you need to know right off the bat is this. The best football player on the pitch isn't automatically the best investment in the trading card market. Those two things are entirely different beasts. So grab your notebook, because we are going to break down exactly where the real value lies.
Okay, let's dive into our roadmap. We're going macro to micro today, starting with Group L bookmaker odds, moving into the stable holds, then hunting down those high upside market buys. We'll also talk about the strategy of selling into the hype, and finish up with our definitive top 5 overall picks.
All right, Section 1, Group L bookmaker odds and the overall macro landscape.
Before we even think about individual players, we have to grasp the big picture, right? The team dynamics, the tournament structure, the odds. Because in the card market, the spotlight dictates the value. Looking at Group L, England is the massive heavyweight favorite here, sitting at a whopping 69% implied probability to win the group. They are literally the benchmark. Then you've got Croatia at 22%. Now, they might have a small population, but man, their modern tournament history is unbelievable, reaching the semis or better in 98, 2018, and 2022. They are a real threat. Rounding it out, we've got Ghana at 7%, a super dangerous underdog with incredible pace, and Panama bringing up the rear at just a 2% chance to win the group. Now, check out this contrast. Look at those bottom two rows. Panama is officially ranked 34th in the world by FIFA, which is way higher than Ghana, who sits down at 73. But the bookies actually give Ghana better odds to win the group. Why on earth does this matter for your card market investments? Well, Group L kicks off with England playing Croatia and Ghana taking on Panama. Just one single victory in those opening games can completely flip these probabilities on their head. If Ghana or Panama pulls off a win in their direct duel, suddenly they have a very real shot at advancing. And boom, that instantly lights a massive fire under the card market for their key players. Moving right along to Section 2. Let's talk about the stable holds among our top 15 most relevant players. So these are your established superstars, the guys with highly liquid markets. We call these your holds. Jude Bellingham is the absolute biggest card market star in this group. I mean, Real Madrid, England, huge global fan base. Then you have Bukayo Saka, offering incredible market stability. Kobe Manu is a phenomenal young talent for Manchester United, though let's be honest, he's definitely not a secret anymore. And Joško Gvardiol is that rare breed of defender who actually has a truly international collector base. So why are we just holding these guys? Basically because their potential is pretty much already priced in. They're super stable, totally liquid, but they just don't offer that massive percentage upside for new buyers right now. Entering Bellingham's market today, for instance, yeah, that's going to cost you a massive premium.
And this right here brilliantly illustrates our core market strategy. On one side, we have Jude Bellingham. Established star, incredibly high entry price. Heck, even his national team manager, Thomas Tuchel, recently pointed out that Bellingham still has to fight for his starting spot. The short-term expectations for him are almost impossibly high. But then, look on the right, Morgan Rogers. He is a high upside sleeper with a much lower entry price. Rogers has that England factor, meaning one great game and the English media hype machine will absolutely skyrocket his value. But he hasn't hit that superstar price ceiling yet. That makes him an aggressive and very exciting buy.
All right, Section 3, high upside market buys. This is where the real speculative value lives.
Okay, if you remember nothing else from this explainer, remember this core philosophy right here. The card market loves stars, but returns often happen where the spotlight is just turning on. If you're chasing actual percentage returns on your investment, you don't go out and buy the guy who's already on the cover of every magazine. You want to hunt for the young prospects, the sleepers, the guys who are about to become the tournament's biggest narrative. When we were digging through the officially confirmed rosters for England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama, we used a really specific set of criteria to pinpoint our breakout candidates. We're looking for 4 key things. First, young age. Second, a clear tournament narrative, a story the media will just eat up. Third, a smaller initial card market, meaning there's actual room for the price to scale up rapidly. And finally, and this is absolutely crucial, they need a really strong chance of actually getting starting minutes on the pitch. 2007. Just let that sink in for a second. That is the birth year of Croatia's Luka Vušković. This young man represents absolutely massive upside. He is already in the Croatian World Cup squad, and if you look at the tournament previews, he has a fantastic shot at taking a central starting role in their defense. Now sure, defenders usually have lower price ceilings than strikers, but an incredibly young starter playing on a massive stage for a historically successful team like Croatia, that is exactly the kind of profile that can suddenly command immense attention in the market. Now circling back to Morgan Rogers for a minute, check out this surprising little data point from Reuters. Morgan Rogers played in all 8 qualification matches for England. Jude Bellingham, he only played in 4. This perfectly highlights why Rogers is such a fantastic, under-the-radar buy right now. He clearly has the manager's trust, he's getting the actual minutes on the pitch, but his card market is significantly smaller and highly scalable compared to his world-famous teammates. Here are 3 more key sleepers you absolutely need to have on your radar. First up, Antoine Semenyo. He is without a doubt Ghana's clearest card market catalyst. Plus, the official FIFA roster data lists him as a Manchester City player, which just adds this whole other layer of intrigue. If Ghana pulls off a group stage upset, Semenyo's market stands to benefit massively. Next, we have Nico O'Reilly for England. Born in 2005, making his senior tournament debut. Yes, it's highly speculative, but the hype potential here is completely off the charts. And finally, Martin Botarina from Croatia. FIFA has explicitly highlighted him as a key figure in Croatia's generational shift. He hasn't reached maximum hype yet, giving him a really great risk-to-reward ratio. Okay, Section 4. Selling into the hype. It's a counterintuitive play, but stick with me. Now, I want to be super clear about this. Giving a player a sell rating is absolutely not a critique of their actual sporting talent. We're talking strictly about the trading card market. Selling into hype means you're leveraging a player's massive established fame, or maybe the heavy nostalgia around them during the World Cup, to reduce your positions and actually take a profit. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer caliber of the names. Look at this: Harry Kane, Luka Modrić, and Marcus Rashford. Harry Kane is world-class, obviously, no debate there. But at 32 years old, his market is already sitting right at its peak. His long-term speculative upside is basically tapped out, so if he starts the tournament strong, boom, that is your window to sell. Then you have Luka Modrić. He is an absolute emotional legend for Croatia, and look, this is more than likely his last World Cup. That creates immense nostalgia demand, which makes for the perfect exit window for speculative investors, rather than a time to try and buy in late. And Rashford. His market is super volatile. It relies heavily on media hype and short-term form. So if you see a price jump there, selling is just the pragmatic move. You might be looking at all this and wondering, wait, where is Panama in this top 15 player analysis? Well, Panama's most intriguing player is definitely their central midfielder, Adalberto Carrasquilla. The guy is crucial on the pitch. He's literally the engine of their entire team. But from an investment standpoint, his international collector fan base is just too small to justify putting him in the top 15. In the card market, being a great player without a deep, liquid market base to back it up just makes for a really tough investment. And finally, Section 5. This is it, the definitive countdown of our top 5 overall picks for Group L. All right, let's get into it. Coming in at number 5, Croatia's Martin Botarina, a fantastic prospect with very realistic upside and refreshingly low hype right now. At number 4, England's Nico O'Reilly, your highly speculative play, beautifully combining raw youth with the massive megaphone of the English media stage. Number 3 is Ghana's Antoine Semenyo, the clear catalyst if the African side manages to surprise everyone. Sitting at number 2, we have Morgan Rogers, bringing all that incredible English market leverage, but completely bypassing that superstar price tag. And taking the crown at number 1, it's Croatia's Luka Vušković. He represents the absolute ultimate blend of extreme youth, a compelling tournament narrative, and massive market upside as a potential starter on a team known for deep tournament runs. And that wraps up our deep dive into Group L. I want to leave you with one final thought to chew on today. Are you investing in the stars of today or the sleepers of tomorrow? Remember, guys like Bellingham and Saka are undeniably incredible players, but the absolute greatest returns, they usually hide right where the spotlight hasn't quite reached yet. I really encourage you to take these structured insights, look past the obvious names on the marquee, and use this to refine your own collection strategy. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Keep learning, keep hunting for that value, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.
Thanks for listening to Card Market Catalyst. If you enjoyed today's deep dive into football card investing, make sure to like and subscribe.